On the top side, where everybody expects to have a dynamic pricing in place. Now there were a few models that we were trying to study. Priceline.com is one of the consumer driving pricing model which works on consumer side. It allows users to bid for pricing, and as sellers, if you're comfortable in selling at that particular bid price, you can actually sell it. So the pricing is majorly determined on the bidding through the bidding process. Then we have a buy.com which actually crawls the web, and based on competitors, it tries to compare the prices and gives an option to the customers where he can find out the best price suitable for that particular customer. Then we have Amazon.com, who has left it to the sellers part. So sellers decide what should be the discount and what should be the pricing as compared to Amazon. However, it is coming up with few of the algorithms where Amazon is trying to identify what could be the various pricing strategies, based on consumer behavior. So Amazon is trying to have some kind of machine learning algorithm being in place. And then we have Uber.com. It is trying to have a pricing based on supply-demand concept. So if he has got an ample supply, he would reduce the prices. If he's got ample demand, he would upgrade the prices. So it depends that what kind of pricing strategies these different types of models are actually employing. Now, based on the first part of the research, I would say that popularized by airlines industry, dynamic pricing has now become a standard way to offer prices. In hotels and car rentals industry, of course, others are coming up. Dynamic pricing is a demand for e-commerce market. So people are also willing to have it. Many players are also trying to inculcate in their models. So it gives us a fair amount of idea that yes, it can be implemented for various online marketplaces. And the major segment which requires dynamic pricing, implementation must be fed with machine learning algorithm, as the customers are more price sensitive in these segments. So machine learning algorithm is the portion that we try to extract through the different set of studies. Now here I'll end the first part of the study where we conducted a sort of market survey that whether dynamic pricing is being accepted or not and how it should be. But as in the industry part, I'll say that these days companies are having data with them. They come up to the consultants and ask what is the problem that we can solve through the data. So they have the data available. However, we need to identify which type of model can be selected, which kind of model can be implemented for them. And that was the second part of our research. This paper have already been published, the second part, where we are actually executing how dynamic pricing can be implemented for any online marketplace. So the research objective I'll quickly go through was to study various dynamic pricing models and suggest new model based on machine learning, segment different customers visiting various retail chains, and develop a price prediction framework for the various retail chains. Now there are popular existing models which says it could be based on an agent, it could be data driven, it could be on game theory which relates to econometrics, it could be an auction based where bidding is being done, it could be a simulation based where any environment is being simulated in the real time environment, and it could be machine learning. And we selected machine learning algorithm for solving this particular problem. Now this is the overall structure of the problem that we were trying to solve. We collected the data. We pre-processed it as per the variables which we can actually identify. Now out of those variables, we tried to have an attributes being selected. We had to derive those attributes basically. We had to derive so that we can use them to create some kind of modeling. Based on these attributes, we segmented the customers into 4 different groups. Now this was done on these attributes. Now let's say we have 1,000 customers coming in. We identified that based on these attributes, where would a customer fall into? Now, based on those characteristics, 4 groups were formed. Out of these 4 groups, we actually predicted what could be the price range of this particular group. Now, based on that particular price range, now let me say that any new customer is coming, I would first segment it into a particular group. I would now know the price range of that particular group which I can offer to him. So let's say if I have the capacity for that particular segment to give him a 5% discount or a 10% discount, I won't be offering 20% discount to him. I would only be offering 5% or 10% that is suitable for that particular group segment. So I won't be applying a same kind of discount to each and every customer. So that gives us an indication that how we can be flexibly play with our pricing technique. And finally, we are predicting that when given a customer, given a particular segment that he belongs to and given a price range that we have predicted, would he be able to purchase in that particular discount or not? That was the problem statement.
Yeah, 15 minutes are over.
Right. So I'll quickly wind up. So this was the data being collected, and we considered these few of the variables: purchase by offer, purchase by category, purchase by quantity, purchase by company, purchase by brand, and purchase by channel. What was the channel? So we only considered the existing customers. This model was not developed for a new customer. So that means you need to have a database existing with the company. You have purchased for a substantial number of times with the company. These were the clusters of the 4 groups that I was talking about. Based on these kind of, if you are aware of clustering algorithm, we can actually, based on these characteristics, purchase by offer, purchase by channel, purchase by category, we can actually give a name to these clusters.